you would first assume. I did kind of get that sense when tuning the gearing, but now I actually hear it. I actually want to go do Rally 2. I might want to adjust to a 50-50 bias. And these brakes do feel a little bit stiff. Bless me, goddamn. Okay, let's make some minor adjustments. What was the other adjustment I needed to make? And we're going to torse in the front. Wicked. I think that completes the car. Now, what are the chances of this becoming a police car? 50-50, but most likely not. Most likely I'm going to do the Lexus logos and leave it the way it is. Oh, much nicer brakes. Thank you. Well, it definitely got up that a lot easier than the others did. All-wheel drive. This thing kicks ass. People get rid of it just because it's a car that you get from the daily rewards. Just because it's a 1K gold car. The 1K gold cars and 500 gold cars are so underrated because you're able to get them for free. But it's still a 500 gold or 1K gold car. If you want to buy one, you either have to buy one off another player or buy one from the dealership for 500 gold or 1,000 gold. Or you can wait and wait and wait, and eventually it will come around, yeah, but who knows when that eventually will be. But you will eventually be able to get it from their weekly reward. 500 gold on week 1, 1,000 gold on week 2. As you can see, we have the Explorer in ours, and that Explorer we bought yesterday. We had the Explorer on our list, and I knew the Explorer was on my list before I even bought that Explorer. But I bought it anyways, because it was only 300k. I seem to have a really good thing going where I'm getting cars for 300k. I don't know how, but it seems to be a common price for the 500 gold cars. But I saw it and I bought it because even though I'm getting one for free from my weekly reward soon, it'll just mean I have 2. And they'll both get done up as state patrols, and I can give one to Perk. And the other one I can keep, because I've wanted a state patrol Explorer for a long time. But I know Perk's also into a lot of the same type of shit that I'm into. And I think Perk would really enjoy a state patrol Explorer, because I know I'm gonna enjoy my state patrol Explorer. Because I already did the Escalade. Chucky has a Durango. Chucky also has a 69 Charger. 68 to 69 Charger. I have... My bad. I went the wrong direction. I'll show you what I have for state patrol cars. So I have all of them out here. And we're giving up an Escalade for Chucky, so Chucky will have an Escalade and a Durango. While Perk will have a Escalade and Explorer. thought about it, we should probably just get a wash while we're here. They said I have a clean Lexus. Thanks, dog. I really like this. It's a lot like my Charger, but more powerful. Fuck. It's so fun, but it's so easy to just crash. Yeah, you come in here and it's like State Patrol heaven, isn't it? This isn't even all of my State Patrol cars, because I have 3 State Patrol McLarens. These are only 2 of them. I have a State Patrol McLaren Senna and a State Patrol McLaren P1 that match both of those. This is the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. It's not a full McLaren, but it is still part McLaren. Whereas this is full McLaren, and I do have the other 2 full McLaren. My Ram 2500, I got a LLY 6600 Duramax diesel in there. I would have a Cummins if we had the Cummins. Unfortunately, we do not have a Cummins, so I had to settle for the next best diesel engine, which the only diesel engine we have is the LLY 6600 Duramax. So that's what it's running. We have my Impreza here, and my 1970 Charger here. That's 4-speed manual. This is 6-speed manual. This is a 5-speed manual. And this is a 7-speed auto. This is a 10-speed auto? Yes. 10-speed auto. This is going to get done up as a police. This is a SXT 6-speed auto, I believe. Pretty sure. This is getting done up for police. It was either a 9 or a 10 speed from factory, maybe even an 8. But I custom swapped it to a performance 7-speed auto, active 4-wheel drive. That's waiting for police. 5-speed manual, that's waiting for police. That's waiting for Honda badges and paintwork. I'm probably going to black it out and then do Honda badges. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 if you count my other McLarens, and then I have 1 already with the police lights, just waiting for the paint. 2 waiting for paint and police lights. So that's what, 9? And then I actually have another sedan. All I'm going to say is it's a sedan. I have 2 of the exact same sedan, actually, waiting to be done into police on my second account. So that comes to 10, because you could say 11, but the one I'm going to give to Perk, that way he has a cruiser that's not an SUV. Because after the Explorer, he'll only still have a Escalade and an Explorer. That's still 2 SUVs. Meanwhile, Chucky has the 1969 Charger. So, to even things out, I need to do a police car for Perk, along with a SUV, which is where the Explorer comes in. Because right now, Perk only has the Escalade. Whereas Chucky is waiting for his Escalade. It just needs paint, and then I have the gold needed to pay for the police lights on my other account. So I just need to do the paint on this account, send it over to my other account, pay for the police lights, send it back over to this account, and then it's done. And ready to go. So then Chucky will have a Durango and Escalade State Patrol done by me, and the 1970 Charger, 68 to 69. I have the 70. And so that would put him at 2 SUVs, 1 car. And then Perk has an Escalade to match Chucky's Escalade. Chucky's Charger matches my Charger. Our older ones, or at least. And then the sedans I'm doing, one sedan I'm keeping for myself and the other I'm doing for Perk. So my sedan and Perk's sedan are going to be matching. And then technically I am joining both of the boys in the Escalade duo, because my 2020's Escalade that you saw sitting there is getting a police, whereas they're running the 2000's Escalade. So they're both 2000's Escalade, and I'm in the 2020's Escalade. It would be, and we're all supercharged, all of us. So take that into mind. 3 police Escalades pull up behind you, all of them with supercharged V8s. And 2 of them are, yeah, I think I did a 10-speed auto on them, I'm pretty sure. And then mine's a 7-speed auto. And theirs is more powerful than mine. That's the thing. You'd think that based off looks, you'd be like, oh no, like the 2020 was one pulled up. He's probably faster than the other 2, because the other 2 are 2000s. They're older. No. Those 2000s ones probably have 100 to 200 horsepower extra compared to mine. They're freaking quick compared to mine. They definitely have more power. Mine has better stability and traction though. But they definitely outrun me in straight line, like with ease. And in the corners, I'm still a big Cadillac Escalade, just like they are, right? There's not much advantage I get in the corners of my stability. It's just a driver's battle at that point, but they do have more power. I never intentionally planned out what was going to have more power. I just built both of theirs on an LSA motor, because I wanted theirs to have lots of power. Mine I built a long time ago, and I decided I was going to convert mine into a police unit when I started doing theirs. So I've complete Perks and sent it off. Chucky's is the black Escalade that's in our City 1 garage. That's just waiting for the lights and paint. And then it's ready to go. Mechanically, it's fully finished and matching Perks. Perks already has the paint and lights and it's been sent off to him. And he quite likes it. Then again, I don't think I've had anybody tell me they didn't like any work that I've done for them. Okay, so now, back to menu. I want to show... I love that if you don't park properly, it doesn't park properly. I want to show the difference between my Escalade and the two boys' Escalades. My Escalade it's got the lights just like theirs. I think I have the looks. Well, I have a carbon fiber hood. They don't have that. Mine also needs the police paintwork yet. My Escalade, that's 66. Yeah, they're making more power than me big time. Let's go see what they're making. 478 and 610. 470 and 610 is what I'm gonna say for mine. Okay, 470 and 610. This is the boys' Escalade. This is Chucky's, and Perks matches it exactly mechanically. They're mechanically the exact same. They're identical twins, just like our Chargers. Yeah, 200 on each end at least. 610, 470 and 610 was it? So 200 more foot-pounds of torque, and 240 horsepower more. Like and hold on, let's see the dyno graph of that. $65, so we're about equal in redline RPM. This it's running the 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar like it should. It will get this with the police lights, and it will be our State Patrol Charger. Our new State Patrol Charger, SXT. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was even. It is. This is the SXT Charger. We'll take it for a little cruise so you can see how it's similar. I was gonna go and open the transmission to figure out how many gears it has, but I'll just drive it and figure it out that way. Oh no, right as we take off. Yep, 6-speed. No, 8-speed. Really? Wicked. I thought it was going to be 6-speed after how it felt from that first pull and first gear. I love the way I do my tuning. I assumed 6-speed because that first gear is rather long for an 8-speed, which means I did good at keeping these gears close together. Just an all-wheel drive SXT, 8-speed auto. For an SXT all-wheel drive, the 8-speed is better. Time to place. Sometimes it all depends on your build. Sometimes an 8-speed is better, sometimes the 7-speed is better, sometimes a 253 speed is better. No, I don't think that actually exists. It's got much more traction than you would think. That's not a bad thing, though. I could put police lights in this the way it is, and it would be like a realistic undercover. It wouldn't be that far off. Paint it black, and it would suit. But nowadays, you see undercovers in all kinds of colors. So I could literally just put police lights in the interior, and it would be a unmarked. Do the same with the Tahoe, but that was another thing we moved out, I think, was the Tahoe. Because I know that I wasn't, and the Jeep, because I know that I'm not going to get work in on them anytime soon. So I have other projects where I have been doing other things and not getting things done. I will eventually. I knew when I saw the funny bounce that it wasn't gonna be a pretty landing. See, the Lexus is a much more powerful version of the SXT, really. 6-speed all-wheel drive instead of 8-speed, though. And I think this is an active 4-wheel drive system, whereas the Lexus is locked. I really should get this charger done up soon. First things first, I need to get that Escalade done. I need to get that Escalade done, and then I have freedom to do whatever I want. But that Escalade is an order for Chucky that I said I was going to do, I think yesterday. That never got around to, and then I was supposed to do it tonight, and I still didn't get around to it. So I have to do it tomorrow. I have to for sure get that done tomorrow. And then I have freedom to do whatever I want, because then I'm not held to any order. It's my order that I'm handing out at my own discretion. So I should get that Escalade done, which technically that Escalade is an order that I'm handing out at my own discretion too, but I'm past date to when I said that I was going to release that order and have it complete. So I have to hold myself accountable type thing. Whereas my own vehicles, I'm holding me accountable for my delay that I'm doing. I'm the one who did it. I don't give a fuck. Right? So I don't mind putting my own shit behind, but I've been putting off an order for Chucky. And I shouldn't be doing that because I did the same thing with perks. Perks I had for a good while before. Both of them were supposed to be done a lot sooner than they were. Chucky's still needs to be done. I'll do that tomorrow. That's an absolute must. Make it an absolute must on my priority list. And then I have freedom to even do my charger before my own Escalade if I want to. But more than likely, I'll do the paint on Chucky's Escalade and then do the paint on my Escalade right after because it already has the police lights on it. And then I'll probably do my charger. And then the two Explorers. And then the two sedans. And then the Jeep and Tahoe. Yeah, I know, State Patrol City. Literally, State Patrol City. Oh, and then the Stinger I was going to do up as a State Patrol as well. That's yet to be tuned. The RX-7 is going to get done up as a State Patrol. CLS maybe. This Viper is getting done up as a State Patrol for perk. And that's all I know for now without having to go and look at my other garages and check. I'll have to add up the numbers on all of those later and see how many State Patrol cars we have. We'll count them after we have them all, okay? After we have them all, we'll count them, and then we'll do a head count of the ones we've built for Chucky and Perk. and we'll see just how many we have. And another thing, I need to, ow, I need to find a really easy, cheap car to build into police cars. That it has to be 500 gold or less. Which means it has to be 500 gold. Because I don't like working on shit that's not 500 gold. I don't want it to be Charger. Okay, maybe 1,000 gold or less. Maybe I should just do the Crown Vic. Just keep shit simple. Yeah, I think I should just do the Crown Vic. Make like 4 or 5 Crown Vics. And do them all as State Patrol. That way we can get an evoc course going and get our Discord server up and do some actual cops and robbers shit. Because that would be pretty wicked. But I'm gonna have to get a bunch of other things done first. That's going to be a good while before that gets around to considering all the other things we do outside of CPM. Because you gotta consider that I'm not just on CPM 24/7 every day, all day, you know? Like, when I'm not recording, I'm often somewhere else. Bless me, goddamn. When I'm not recording, I often am playing freely on another platform outside of CPM. Most often. I don't do CPM too much. When you compare my CPM playtime to the playtime I spend between RTHD, MWT, and CarX Street, it's minuscule. Basically, I do my daily Le Mans. I come on now and again when I feel like it. And that's why it's been taking so long. That's why it took so long to do Perks Escalade. That's why it's been taking so long for me to do Chucky's Escalade. So tomorrow I'll do Chucky's Escalade, and then from there, whether or not I even do get my own Escalade done is yet to be seen. But we are most definitely going to be seen doing more MWT and doing more RTHD and doing more CarX Street. Because me and Perk are trying to get a jump to save for our C2 modifications for our cars before Chucky gets into the game. Because if we have it on the side, then we don't have to worry about rushing for it when he gets in and grinds out C1. Because here's the thing. Perk doesn't have to worry about it nearly as much, because Perk can collect like 50,000 a day from all of the clubs he's in. I'm only in one club. I only get 10K a day. So 12K a day. So for me, that's not much because I need like 200,000 to do my C2 work. Like I need big money on the side to do my C2 work. 200,000 gets me my engine into my inventory without getting that's without the install. Just to get my hands on my new engine for my Eclipse is 200K. Okay? So 10K a day, 12K a day is pretty slow progress there. Whereas Perk wouldn't even have to play the game to get that. He would be able to log in one day, log in once a day for every day of the week, and he'd have it by the end of the week, right? Um, yeah, I don't have that advantage because I don't associate with the clubs. The only reason I'm in the one is because it pays me 12K a day. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would sell that car, um, which eventually I will. The day will come. I'm sure. The day will come where I just get sick of seeing it and I need space, and it'll be the first thing that'll be what ultimately defines me selling it, is the day that comes where I need space, the day that comes where I buy a car, I go to place it to a house, and it tells me that I don't have enough room, and then I'll instantly go, okay, well, goodbye Huracan, and now I have room. And that's how I'm going to solve that problem. So I kind of have a freebie slot that's just paying me 12K a day right now until it gets sold. And that's how it's making up for being a heap of scrap metal. But anyways, that's a whole different subject and a whole different story. And we're going on a ramble. So, I'm wrapping up here. I hope y'all enjoyed the bit we did. These are my public rally tunes. Now you've seen my tuning firsthand of how I tune. Take notes and you can tune for yourself. A lot of what I did can be applied universally. Uh, Suspension, especially what I did. If you paid attention to what I was doing, I balanced the car in a certain way. I fit the offset to fit the body to be equal on both front and rear, as close as I can to even. I do my brakes so that they're not super stiff and locking up, but not super soft to where you're not able to slow down. Uh, I run zero ABS. I run no assists. Controls, car. Yeah, no assists. I try to keep my render distance turned up. I run analog everything, even analog clutch. So I'm on the full mechanical side of things. You got to see how I do my tuning. I always run the torsion diff. I told you guys my locking percentages and that. I like to generally keep a softer suspension setup. But yeah, that's the public rally builds, and they went nowhere near what was originally planned, but there's certain limitations I can't bypass, like suspension travel. I only have so much to work with. I can only go so high, right? So otherwise, this Lexus would be lifted way further off the ground than it is. Same goes for the other two. This isn't bad. for a Rally S13, but it could be better. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way the game limited the suspension. I'm not allowed to go higher. So it is what it is. But the tune is wonderful. This turned into being a performance street/track car because the handling on it is insane. And by the way, we never found out. We never found out. Ooh, ooh. We can't open the hood on this. We... That's fantastic. Maybe I should get in, let it download interior. I think that's how that works. Nope. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Okay. Is everything... No. No, no. No? Yeah, everything else is fine. Yeah, just ignore that. That's not legit. I don't know why they were just like, drop Hellcat motor in a stock, buddy. Dodge Charger. Okay, S13, good to know. Good to know you've got some stuff going on under the hood. Nobody knows. I don't think anybody quite knows what's going on under the hood of that S13. This is going to get an engine swap. Do-do-do. You are not going to get to know what engine gets put into it until it's been done. The tune is going to stay the same, but it is going to get an engine swap. However, it won't be seen until next time. And that is where we are going to wrap up. So I hope y'all have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.